I live on less than 50% of the cost of living in my area, and these are 7 rules I follow that help save me thousands of dollars, and I'm willing to bet there's at least one tip in here that will save you thousands of dollars too, so make sure you watch until the very end. Rule number 1 is stop spending money. I know this sounds super obvious, but even while 62% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, they still spend almost $2,000 a year on dining out, over $1,000 a year on coffee, and $850 a year on soda. I'm not saying you should give up these things completely, but I wanted to highlight how much opportunity there is to save money by spending less. Instead of dining out 3 times per week, maybe you only want to dine out once per week. This way, you can still enjoy yourself and save money at the same time without having a complicated budget. A good tip that you can use is called the 48-hour rule. Instead of buying the item right away, you wait 48 hours for the buying emotions to wear off, and then you decide if you really want to buy it. And this works because a lot of us tend to buy things based on emotion and justify it later with logic. The 48-hour rule will help swap these so you're making that logical decision first. This rule doesn't mean you can't buy anything fun, it means thinking about what is going to bring you long-term joy and benefit. Rule number 2 is never buy new. You probably don't want to buy someone's old socks, but there are some things you can save a lot of money on by buying used. I bought this brand new unlocked Pixel 7 phone for under $300 and there were no contracts. It was technically used from a website called swappa.com. This website sells gently used electronics for half the price or even cheaper. For other expensive items like furniture, tires, kitchen, or outdoor equipment, a lot of these things can be found on Facebook Marketplace or other apps like Postmark. Thrift stores and consignment shops can be really good too. I really enjoy wearing my flannels and I get most of mine from the Goodwill. Rule number 3 is always price shop. 2 things that saved me thousands of dollars was switching my phone carrier and car insurance. For my phone, I switched from T-Mobile to Mint Mobile and I only pay $180 per year. For my car insurance, I went through an insurance agent who found me the cheapest insurance for free, and that saved me a lot of money. These things you only do once, and it saves you money every month, year after year. But even the smaller items can really add up too. Instead of buying a $4 Windex, you can just buy a half a gallon from the dollar store for much cheaper. And if you've never been to the dollar store, it's worth at least checking out to see what they have. Rule number 4 is never pay full price. If you're buying something new, try to find a coupon. Most websites will have some type of promo code that you can use. I use a Chrome extension called Honey, and this applies discounts for you automatically. And if you're buying something in the store or getting your car fixed, don't be afraid to ask for a discount. I don't do this all the time though. If I'm hiring a contractor, I'll pay full price. This is because I want to respect the person's work and develop a good relationship. Rule number 5, buy in bulk. One time I was at Aldi's and they had grass-fed beef on sale for $3 a pound, so I bought a bunch and I put it in my freezer. By doing this, I was able to save money that I was going to spend anyways. Not only can buying in bulk be cheaper, but it also saves you money by avoiding inflation. Some people even buy a chest freezer where they can store a lot of food, and it's also good for emergencies. Rule number 6 is make it last. A long time ago, I bought some hiking shoes for a really cheap price, and I thought I was getting a good deal. The first time I wore them was in the rain, and at the end of the trip, they were completely destroyed. After that, I bought a higher quality shoe, and I've had them for over 10 years. So if you're buying something that you plan on using a lot, spending a little bit extra money on quality can really be worth it. Companies that make quality products usually have some type of warranty too. Craftsman, for example, offers full lifetime warranties on some of their tools. You don't necessarily need to buy the most expensive item, but just doing a little research and understanding what you're buying first can really help. Along with buying items that will last longer, you want to take care of those items. If you have a car, this means keeping it clean and doing regular maintenance. If you have a phone, you might want to get a phone case and screen protector. So instead of buying a new phone every year, you're only buying a new phone every 4 years. Even for our own bodies, eating healthy food and exercising is going to save you medical bills down the road. you'll have less sick days and perform better at work. Rule number 7 is do it yourself. Instead of throwing items away every time they break or calling an expensive repair person, try fixing them yourself. One time, the master window switch broke in my car. I called the dealership and they wanted $140 just for the part, not including labor cost. I ended up finding the replacement part on eBay for $14, and I literally repaired it with a handyman and a spatula. You might be surprised how easy it is to fix things. While these things seem technical, other things might be really simple too, like cutting your own hair, for example, or making your own coffee. If there's any rules I missed, just leave a comment below and don't forget to subscribe.